Hi everyone. Welcome to English Anytime. Today we'll be exploring Thomas Edison, a life of innovation and determination. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thomas Alva Edison was one of the greatest inventors in history, a man whose ideas and creations continue to affect our everyday lives. Born on February 11, 1847, in Milan, Ohio, Edison's life was filled with curiosity, hard work, and perseverance. Despite facing many challenges in his early years, he went on to create inventions that changed the world. This article will explore Edison's early life, the beginnings of his career, his groundbreaking work at Menlo Park, his later inventions, and the legacy he left behind. By examining his life story, we can learn how determination and a willingness to experiment can lead to extraordinary achievements. Early life and formative years. Thomas Edison's journey began in a small town in Ohio, where he was born on February 11, 1847. His early childhood was not easy. Edison's family faced financial difficulties, and he had little formal education. In fact, he attended school for only a few months because his teachers and his parents believed that he was not suited for traditional schooling. Instead of feeling discouraged, Edison found comfort in reading and experimenting on his own. Even as a young boy, Edison showed a strong desire to learn how things worked. He would take apart simple machines and gadgets, trying to understand their inner workings. His home was filled with curiosity, and every small discovery sparked his imagination. When Edison was about 7 years old, his mother began teaching him at home. This new form of education allowed him to explore subjects at his own pace. His mother's support played a crucial role in developing his love for learning and experimenting. When Edison was a teenager, he worked as a newsboy on trains, selling newspapers and candy. It was during these years that he first encountered electricity and the mechanics of telegraph systems. At the age of 12, he managed to secure a job as a telegraph operator, a role that would shape his understanding of electrical circuits and communication technology. Working on the telegraph, Edison learned the importance of persistence and precision. His early job experiences helped him see the world as a place full of challenges waiting to be solved through ingenuity and hard work. During these formative years, Edison began to dream of building devices that could improve people's lives. His experiments were not always successful, but every failure taught him something new. He once remarked, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This attitude became a guiding principle throughout his life. His early experiments included attempts at making a better telegraph system and exploring ways to harness electricity for practical uses. Each small success laid the groundwork for what would eventually become a long and influential career in invention. Edison's childhood was not marked by luxury or ease, but by an unyielding drive to learn and create. His early life was a series of small experiments and discoveries that slowly built his knowledge and skills. Despite the lack of formal education, he taught himself by reading books, conducting experiments in his spare time, and learning from every mistake. These experiences instilled in him a deep belief in the value of hard work and perseverance, a belief that would help him face the many challenges in his later career. Early career and the spark of invention. After his early experiences as a telegraph operator, Edison began to see the world through the lens of innovation. In the 1860s, while still a young man, he started working on improving communication systems. During this period, he traveled across the United States, carrying out various jobs that allowed him to interact with emerging electrical technology. These experiences not only broadened his understanding of electricity, but also gave him practical insights into how technology could be used to solve everyday problems. One of Edison's first major projects was his work on telegraph systems. The telegraph was the cutting-edge technology of the time, and Edison's work in this area showed his ability to improve existing systems. He modified telegraph equipment to increase speed and efficiency. In the early 1860s, while working for telegraph companies, he began to develop a reputation for being a clever and resourceful problem solver. His work was not limited to a single field. Instead, he was always eager to try his hand at different types of technology. In 1869, at the age of 22, Edison set out on his own and began working as an independent inventor. His first workshop was in Newark, New Jersey. During these early years, he experimented with various ideas, from improvements to the telegraph to early concepts of devices that could record sound. Although many of these early inventions did not achieve commercial success, they provided Edison with valuable lessons about design, functionality, and the importance of persistence. His willingness to experiment and learn from failure was evident even then, and it paved the way for his later breakthroughs. One of the reasons Edison's early career was so influential was his understanding of the market. He believed that for an invention to succeed, it had to be both useful and affordable. This practical approach led him to work on projects that had clear, everyday applications. For example, he envisioned a future where light could be provided to homes and streets in a safe and reliable way. This idea would eventually lead him to develop one of his most famous inventions, the incandescent light bulb. During these early years of experimentation, Edison also became interested in the possibilities of sound recording. Although the technology was in its infancy, he saw great potential in capturing and playing back sound. This interest laid the foundation for his later invention of the phonograph. Edison's early work was characterized by his willingness to take risks and his belief that each failure brought him one step closer to success. His motto, that every setback was an opportunity to learn, became central to his approach to invention. Edison's early career was a time of exploration and growth. The challenges he faced as a young inventor helped him build the skills and mindset needed for the revolutionary work he would later accomplish. His work in telegraphy and early sound experiments was not only innovative for the time, but also provided a glimpse into the potential that lay in harnessing technology for everyday use. The Menlo Park era, a new chapter in invention. In 1876, Edison established his famous laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey, a place that would soon become the center of American innovation. This laboratory was not just a workspace. It was a hub of creativity and collaboration where Edison and his team tackled some of the biggest challenges of the day. Menlo Park was where Edison would create inventions that changed the world, including the phonograph and the electric light bulb. The phonograph, one of Edison's most groundbreaking inventions, was the phonograph, developed in 1877. The phonograph was the first device capable of both recording and reproducing sound. Imagine being able to capture a person's voice or a piece of music and then play it back. This was a revolutionary idea at the time. Edison's work on the phonograph was driven by his desire to capture sound in a way that had never been done before. Early experiments involved using a tinfoil cylinder to record vibrations made by a needle. While the initial recordings were primitive, they demonstrated the feasibility of sound reproduction. Over time, Edison refined the technology, making it more reliable and practical for everyday use. The phonograph soon became a foundation for the modern music and recording industries, proving that great ideas often start with simple experiments. The incandescent light bulb. Another invention that brought Edison fame was his work on the incandescent light bulb. Before Edison's work, lighting was primarily provided by gas lamps or candles, which were not only inefficient but also dangerous. Edison believed that electric light could offer a safer, more reliable alternative. In 1879, after thousands of experiments, Edison and his team succeeded in creating a practical incandescent light bulb. This light bulb used a carbon filament that glowed when electric current passed through it. Edison's breakthrough was not just in the invention itself, but in the complete system he developed around it. He worked on creating electrical power stations and distribution systems, which meant that his invention could be used widely. By 1882, the first central power station was established in New York City, and electric light began to spread across America. This marked a turning point in human history, as electric lighting changed the way people lived, worked, and spent their leisure time. The research lab model. Menlo Park became known as the invention factory, where ideas were turned into practical devices. Edison's approach at Menlo Park was innovative because he organized his work like a modern research laboratory. He gathered a team of skilled workers, engineers, and fellow inventors, encouraging them to collaborate on projects. This teamwork was essential to the rapid pace of innovation at Menlo Park. Edison's laboratory was one of the first to use systematic research and development practices, setting the stage for future industrial research labs around the world. During his time at Menlo Park, Edison worked on a variety of projects that went far beyond the phonograph and light bulb. His work in electrical engineering laid the groundwork for many modern devices. Edison experimented with batteries, telegraphy, and early motion picture technology. His laboratory became a place where failure was seen as a necessary step toward success. Edison's famous quote about finding 10,000 ways that won't work was a testament to the laboratory's culture of perseverance and creative problem-solving. Each failed experiment brought his team closer to a solution that would eventually revolutionize everyday life. The success at Menlo Park was not just about the inventions themselves. It was also about the way Edison worked. His relentless drive and insistence on practical solutions meant that every invention had a clear purpose. Whether it was improving the quality of life through better lighting or capturing sound for the first time, Edison's work was always aimed at making life simpler and more enjoyable for people everywhere. One of the key innovations during this era was Edison's development of an entire electrical distribution system. He recognized that an invention like the light bulb would only have a significant impact if it could be used on a large scale. Edison and his team designed systems for generating, transmitting, and distributing electric power. By creating these systems, they ensured that electric light could become a part of everyday life, not just a laboratory curiosity. The establishment of a central power station in New York City in 1882 was a major milestone that demonstrated the practical benefits of Edison's innovations. In addition to these well-known projects, Edison's Menlo Park Laboratory was also the birthplace of many other smaller, yet important inventions. He developed improvements in telegraphy and sound recording, and even began exploring ideas that would eventually lead to motion pictures. Edison's approach at Menlo Park was to tackle big problems with a clear focus on real-world applications. This practical attitude set him apart from many other inventors of his time. Overall, the Menlo Park era was a turning point in Thomas Edison's career. It was a time when his ideas were no longer just dreams. They were becoming real, working inventions that changed the world. The success of the phonograph, the incandescent light bulb, and the complete electrical system demonstrated Edison's unique ability to combine creativity with practical engineering. Menlo Park remains a symbol of what can be achieved when innovative thinking is supported by teamwork, persistence, and a clear vision of how technology can improve people's lives. Later career and additional inventions after the groundbreaking work at Menlo Park, Thomas Edison did not slow down. Instead, he continued to invent and improve upon technologies that influenced many areas of modern life. His later career was marked by further advances in motion pictures, improvements in electrical systems, and experiments that pushed the boundaries of what was considered possible. Motion pictures and the kinetoscope. One area where Edison made a significant impact was in the field of motion pictures. In the early 1890s, Edison and his team developed the kinetoscope, a device that allowed people to view moving images through a peephole. While the kinetoscope was not a movie projector in the modern sense, it paved the way for the film industry. Edison's work in motion pictures led to the creation of a series of short films that captured everyday scenes and staged performances. These early films were shown in kinetoscope parlors, where individuals could watch the moving images one at a time. Although the technology was primitive compared to today's standards, it marked the beginning of a new form of entertainment and communication. Edison's contributions to motion pictures helped set the stage for the development of full-scale movie theaters and the booming film industry that followed. Improvements in electrical technology. Edison's later years also saw further refinement of the electrical systems he had helped to pioneer. He continued to work on improving the design and efficiency of generators, transformers, and distribution networks. His goal was always to make electric power more accessible and affordable for everyday people. Edison's improvements in electrical technology contributed to the rapid expansion of electric power grids in cities across the United States and eventually around the world. By making electricity a common utility, he helped transform society. People could now work, study, and enjoy leisure activities after dark, thanks to the widespread availability of electric lighting. Other inventions and projects. Throughout his long career, Edison held over 1,000 patents in a wide range of fields. In addition to his major inventions, he worked on numerous smaller devices and systems that improved everyday life. For example, Edison developed improvements in battery technology that were used in early electric vehicles and other portable devices. He also experimented with mining equipment, cement production methods, and even systems designed to help with early sound recording beyond the phonograph. Many of these inventions did not become household names, but they contributed to the overall progress of technology and industry in America. Edison's approach during his later years was characterized by his ability to see the potential in new ideas. He was always willing to try something different, even if it meant stepping into unknown territory. His work ethic was legendary. He often worked long hours in his laboratory, driven by an insatiable curiosity and a deep belief in the power of innovation. Despite facing increasing competition from other inventors and companies, Edison remained a steadfast and influential figure in American industry. The business side of invention. Beyond his technical achievements, Edison was a shrewd businessman. He understood that for an invention to have a lasting impact, it needed to be supported by strong business practices. Edison founded several companies throughout his career, one of the most notable being the Edison Electric Light Company. This company later played a crucial role in the development of what we now know as General Electric. By combining inventive genius with business acumen, Edison was able to ensure that his creations reached a wide audience. He established research laboratories, hired skilled workers, and created partnerships with other companies to promote and distribute his innovations. In the decades following his most famous inventions, Edison continued to receive recognition for his work. He was celebrated not only for his technical skills, but also for his practical approach to solving everyday problems. His ability to turn abstract ideas into tangible products made him a household name. As technology continued to evolve, many of Edison's early inventions served as building blocks for future innovations. The ideas he developed for electric lighting, sound recording, and motion pictures paved the way for new discoveries in the fields of communications, entertainment, and energy. Challenges and adaptations. Like any long career, Edison's later years were not without challenges. The world of technology was changing rapidly, and new competitors emerged with fresh ideas and innovative approaches. Edison had to adapt to a landscape that was becoming more complex and competitive. Despite these challenges, he continued to push the boundaries of what was possible. His willingness to experiment with new materials and techniques meant that he was often one step ahead of the curve. Edison's later projects, though sometimes met with skepticism, demonstrated his unwavering commitment to innovation. Even as he aged, Edison's energy and drive did not wane. He remained deeply involved in his work until his final years, always looking for ways to improve on his past successes. His ability to remain curious and open-minded allowed him to adapt his inventions to new needs and challenges. Whether it was finding a more efficient way to produce electric power or developing new methods for recording sound, Edison's work continued to influence technology well into the 20th century. Personal qualities and work ethic. One of the most remarkable aspects of Thomas Edison's life was his work ethic and the personal qualities that drove him to succeed. Edison was known for his relentless curiosity, his practical approach to problem solving, and his determination to overcome failure. Even when his experiments did not work as planned, he viewed each setback as a learning opportunity. His famous saying, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," perfectly captures the spirit with which he approached his work. Edison believed that hard work and persistence were the keys to success. He often worked for long hours in his laboratory, fueled by a desire to create something that would make a real difference in people's lives. His laboratory was a place where every idea was tested rigorously, and even failures were seen as necessary steps toward eventual success. This practical and optimistic outlook allowed Edison to keep moving forward, no matter how many challenges he faced. In addition to his technical skills, Edison was also a natural leader. He knew how to inspire his team and create an environment where creative ideas could flourish. His ability to bring together a group of talented individuals and direct their efforts toward a common goal was a major factor in his many successes. Edison's leadership style was both hands-on and supportive. He encouraged his team to experiment and take risks, knowing that true innovation often required stepping into the unknown. Edison's personal life was as complex as his professional one. He balanced his work with family responsibilities and had a wide range of interests beyond just invention. Yet, despite the demands of his personal life, he always made time for his work. His dedication was such that many of his colleagues marveled at his ability to maintain focus and energy, even after years of continuous effort. His life is a powerful reminder that perseverance and a positive attitude can overcome even the toughest obstacles. Legacy and impact on modern life. Thomas Edison passed away on October 18, 1931, in West Orange, New Jersey, leaving behind a legacy that continues to shape our world today. His inventions transformed everyday life, and his approach to research and development set standards that are still followed in modern laboratories. Edison's influence is evident in many aspects of modern technology, from the light bulbs that illuminate our homes to the recording devices that capture our voices and music. A lasting influence on technology. Edison's work laid the foundation for much of the modern electrical infrastructure. His invention of the incandescent light bulb and the development of electrical distribution systems made it possible for entire cities to be lit up and powered by electricity. Today, when we flip a switch and see a room light up, we are witnessing the direct result of Edison's innovations. Electric lighting not only improved the quality of life, but also boosted economic productivity by extending the hours during which people could work and engage in leisure activities. The phonograph, another of Edison's major inventions, revolutionized the way people experienced music and sound. Before the phonograph, music was something that had to be performed live every time it was heard. Edison's device made it possible to record sound and play it back at any time. This breakthrough paved the way for the modern music industry and has had a lasting impact on the way we record and share audio today. Inspiration for future generations. Perhaps one of Edison's most important contributions was the example he set for future inventors and entrepreneurs. His story, from a curious, self-taught child to one of the world's most successful inventors, remains an inspiration to millions. Edison showed that with determination, hard work, and a willingness to learn from failure, great things can be achieved. His innovative spirit and his belief in practical solutions continue to encourage people around the world to pursue their own ideas and dreams. Edison's influence also extends into the business world. The research laboratory model that he developed at Menlo Park became a blueprint for modern corporate research and development. Companies across the globe have adopted his methods of systematic experimentation and teamwork to foster innovation. The success of companies like General Electric, which traces its roots back to Edison's ventures, is a testament to the lasting impact of his approach. Educational and cultural impact. In schools and museums around the world, Edison's life is studied as a prime example of innovation and perseverance. His work in electrical engineering, sound recording, and motion pictures is often cited in lessons on science, technology, and business. Many educational programs encourage students to experiment, fail, and try again, values that Edison embodied throughout his life. His story has also been featured in countless books, documentaries, and exhibitions, ensuring that new generations learn about the power of creativity and hard work. Modern technology and everyday life. Even today, Edison's inventions have a profound influence on our daily lives. The light bulbs that illuminate our homes, the electrical systems that power our cities, and the recording devices that capture our voices all have roots in Edison's work. His contributions to the development of electric power distribution changed the way societies function, creating opportunities for extended work hours, improved safety, and new forms of entertainment. The ripple effects of his work can be seen in everything from the way we communicate to the way we consume media. Edison's legacy is not just measured by the inventions he created, but also by the way he approached challenges. His life teaches us that setbacks are not the end of the road, but a natural part of the journey toward innovation. By embracing failure and learning from it, Edison set a powerful example for all who seek to make a difference in the world. Conclusion: Thomas Edison's life is a remarkable story of innovation, persistence, and the power of practical ideas. Born on February 11, 1847, in Milan, Ohio, Edison grew up in a world that did not always understand his unconventional approach to learning. Despite limited formal education and early challenges, he harnessed his natural curiosity and determination to become one of history's greatest inventors. From his early days as a telegraph operator to his revolutionary work at Menlo Park, where he developed the phonograph and the incandescent light bulb, Edison demonstrated that great achievements come from hard work, collaboration, and a willingness to experiment. His later contributions to motion pictures, improvements in electrical systems, and hundreds of other inventions expanded his influence well beyond his own time. Edison not only transformed everyday life with his inventions, but he also paved the way for modern research and development practices. His legacy continues to inspire scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs around the world. Today, as we enjoy the benefits of electric lighting, recorded music, and digital technology, we are reminded of the visionary spirit of Thomas Edison. His belief that every failure is just another step toward success is a lesson that remains as relevant today as it was over a century ago. Edison's life shows us that with perseverance and creativity, we can turn our ideas into innovations that change the world. In remembering Thomas Edison, we celebrate not only his inventions, but also the values he embodied: curiosity, resilience, and a commitment to making life better for all. His legacy endures in every light that shines, every sound that is recorded, and every new idea that pushes the boundaries of what is possible. Edison's story reminds us that even the smallest spark of inspiration can ignite a flame of progress that lights the way for future generations. By exploring the various chapters of Thomas Edison's life, from his humble beginnings and early experiments to the vibrant era of Menlo Park and beyond, we see a picture of a man who dedicated himself to solving problems and improving life for millions. His innovations have not only shaped modern technology, but also left a lasting mark on the way we think about creativity and invention. Edison's approach to life, where every setback is simply another opportunity to learn and grow, remains a powerful lesson for anyone looking to make a difference. Today, the light bulbs that brighten our nights, the recordings that preserve our voices and music, and the countless other technologies we often take for granted all owe a debt of gratitude to Thomas Edison. His work laid the foundation for a future where innovation is celebrated and failure is seen as a stepping stone to success. As we move further into the modern era, the spirit of Edison's creativity continues to influence new generations of inventors, scientists, and innovators who believe that the power of human ingenuity can overcome any challenge. In conclusion, Thomas Edison's life is a shining example of how determination, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of knowledge can transform the world. From a curious child in Ohio to a pioneering inventor whose work still resonates today, Edison's journey reminds us that progress is born from persistence and that every great idea begins with the courage to try. His legacy is a beacon of inspiration that will continue to guide and motivate future generations in the quest for discovery and improvement. This article has provided a detailed look at the life and work of Thomas Edison. His journey, filled with early struggles, groundbreaking innovations at Menlo Park, later contributions to modern technology, and an enduring legacy, offers valuable lessons on the importance of perseverance, collaboration, and practical problem solving. Edison's story is a testament to the idea that great achievements come not from avoiding failure, but from embracing it as a necessary part of the path to success. As we reflect on the innovations that shape our everyday lives, we are reminded of the brilliant mind of Thomas Edison. His contributions continue to influence our world, serving as a reminder that every new idea has the potential to change history. Edison's life encourages us to keep pushing forward, to learn from every mistake, and to remain curious about the world around us. In celebrating the life of Thomas Edison, we honor a man whose ideas lit up the darkness, both literally and figuratively, and whose spirit of relentless innovation still inspires us today. His story is not just a chapter in the history of technology. It is a timeless reminder that with hard work, passion, and determination, anyone can contribute to making the world a better place. Note: this article is written in plain, everyday language while maintaining a professional tone and clear structure. It incorporates accurate time milestones such as Edison's birth on February 11, 1847, the invention of the phonograph in 1877, the creation of a practical incandescent light bulb in 1879, the establishment of the first central power station in New York City in 1882, and his passing on October 18, 1931. Each section of Edison's life has been detailed to provide a full picture of his contributions to technology and society. By reading about Thomas Edison's life, from his early experiments in a modest home to his groundbreaking achievements at Menlo Park and beyond, we gain a deeper understanding of what it takes to bring an idea to life. His perseverance, his innovative spirit, and his determination to improve everyday life continue to serve as an inspiration for all. Whether you are a student, an engineer, or simply someone who appreciates the wonders of modern technology, Edison's life story reminds us that progress is a journey of many small steps, each one building on the last. Thomas Edison's legacy is a reminder that innovation is not an accident. It is the result of continuous effort, creative thinking, and the courage to face failure head-on. As we move forward in our own lives and careers, we can draw strength from his example. Let his story be a source of motivation. Every challenge is an opportunity, every setback a lesson, and every new idea a spark that might one day light up the world. In the end, Thomas Edison's enduring influence is felt in every aspect of our modern lives. His work brought light into our homes, sound into our hearts, and motion into our imaginations. As we look back on his life, we see not only the inventions that changed the world, but also the spirit of resilience and creativity that continues to inspire innovation today.